Boom, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a brand new video. It's your boy OnFireMan, and today we're looking at the season 2 patch notes for Cammy. Now, to be honest, I was pretty angry because I saw Cammy's patch notes first, and then I looked at DJ's and I was like, okay, thank you, Capcom. I'm not that angry really anymore. So yeah, we had it easy. Let's just say that we had it easy. So to start things off, let's start with the first two things. So the assistant combo with modern control aren't really that important for me, so I skipped them. Second thing we have is the forward throw. This is pretty much a universal adjustment. Every throw is going to be well, it's not really universal, but most of the throws have been changed. The Cammy's is pretty much the distance after the throw is gotten a pretty wider. We can still do our throw loops. That's still in the game plan. Really, it didn't really get affected that much. The only thing is, after a throw, our light punch and light kick game becomes a little bit harder. What I mean by it is, for example, if we do light into a grab, it's going to be a bit of a walk for us to do it again. So if we do this, it's going to be a little bit of a walk to do. And yeah, again, we can't also do something like this, right? So boom, boom, boom. Now with the throw, it's going to be a bit harder to do. So as you can see, it whiffs, since if we want to be like on time to get the medius light punch possible, we need to like let go of this. So from this point, we're going to pretty much use this crouch and light kick into light punch from there. So boom, 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 if we can get it. That's the option for now. One more thing, this is still meaty. We can still do this, since the pushback of the standing medium punch is actually, the pushback is reduced. As you can see here, this is the second change. So yeah, we can pretty much get this combo off of the throw. So there is no problem with the meaties. Everything didn't change except, as I said, for the light punch mix-up. That's the whole change here, and it's not that significant. So again, a little bit of a bad change, but not that big of a deal. So standing medium kick, we have a forward hurtbox around the feet reduced from frame 7 of the technique until the active frame. So the forward hitbox around the feet. How do I explain this to you? So as we can see here, this is frame by frame. So frame 7, it should be this. So the hurtbox is the is pretty much the green part, right? So this is going to be reduced, and meaning how is this going to affect us? So the green part here is going to, I think, is going to disappear. This is what I'm like, this is the one that's above in front of the active box here, and it's going to be either parallel with it, you know, it's going to be exactly with it. But yeah, that the idea here is we're going to pretty much we're not gonna be stuffed out. So when we throw a standing medium kick, it's not going to be stuffed out. That's the whole idea behind it. It's not that big of a deal. The button is still going to be legendary, so we're not really this isn't really affecting us that much, positive or minus, or negatively. So this is not a big deal. This though, this is now a lot of people will say this is a buff. I will disagree. This is a nerf in my opinion. Now, obviously, it's good to be safe, right? On block, right? It's good to have like a -3, knowing that there is no possible button that can hurt you, right? It used to be able to like get crouch medium, crouch light, crouch medium into a big boy combo if you're close enough. Now It's going to be -3, obviously. The idea, though, why I think it's a bad thing, this is pretty much a space trap, right? So if we're using it correctly and we're trying to bait our opponent to use a light button for him to punish the heavy kick here, now is no longer option, right? He just uses the medium punch and pushes us back, right? And yeah, so the space trap is no longer effective really in this range. This becomes a poke, no more, no less, really. You just do it willy-nilly and try and not get drive impacted. So yeah, that's why I'm not really that happy, because the bait is no longer there. The incentive for them to press that light button is no longer there, right? So that's why I think it's a little bit, it's good and bad at the same time. It's good and bad. Now, delayed ripper, drive rush, cancel timing is now 2 frames faster. This is pretty much this one. You can pretty much get a bunch of, it used to not connect with anything. Now you can pretty much connect it with all the buttons. You can get all the lights here. You can get a safe jump here. So there are a couple of things that you can do. I'm gonna explore it a bit, but yeah, it's a nice change. Not bad, not bad. We can combo off of drive rush now from forward heavy kick. It used to be useless. Now at least we can have a combo route from it. So lift combination. So the target combo. Oh, this is a bug fix, so we're not gonna worry about it. Swing combination, the other target combo. So change the cancel timing from standing heavy punch from 8 frames to 10 frames to 8 frames to 12 frames. So what the first sentence is, we're going to be pretty much be able to confirm from this much easier, right? Instead of having like 10 frames to react, we now have 12. So this is pretty much to make it easier to special cancel from it, pretty much the cancel timing anyway. Damage change 200 from plus 600 to 400 plus 400. Now this pretty much affect the dive kick part, this part right here. So if we're using this part only, we're gonna get a bit of a damage buff, right? So if we're doing something like boom boom boom, we're getting around 200 plus damage right now, since the damage allocation have been equal with 400 with the first kick and 400 in the last kick. So that's how we got. If you're doing it fully, it's not really a change. If you're doing just the dive kick part, it's a buff. That's the whole idea behind it. And we have a scaling, also the scaling have been reduced, so along that a tiny bit of damage, we're getting even a bit of more tiny bit of damage. So again, we're getting a little bit of a buff here. Obviously it's not really that big of a deal, but again, it's a buff is a buff. Reduce the first and second attack counter combo count upper limit. This is so it's pretty much we can combo out of it. That's the whole idea behind it. We can get something like this, right? Boom, boom, boom. We can. They opened up other combo routes, pretty much. That's what this sentence said, pretty much. Combo scaling 20% added to the second attack. Obviously, the second attack it used to not combo into anything. So the last part, this part, the last hit, now has a 20% scaling. It used to not like go into anything. So yeah, it's an overall buff. Even though they said it's 20% scaling, they just added it, so it doesn't really mean anything right now. Reduced blowback time of the second attack and the pushback on hit. So pretty much your opponent is going not further away, and you're not going back away that much. So you're gonna be closer to your opponent overall. Now, this overall change is not really that good. Again, by maybe next month, maybe in 2 months, maybe in 3 months, we will find something special about this route. But again, off of what I know right now, this route is not really that great. It can be pretty much mashed into. If your opponent hits you with it and you're literally mashing, he will pretty much stuff you out. So again, I don't think it's that good of a combo. I'm not really. I don't see how I'm going to use it yet. But again, obviously I'm gonna try and figure something out. Again, I don't think it's a good thing. I don't really like it. But again, we have an additional combo route. So spiral arrow, reduced combo count, additional value. Again, yeah, from light spiral arrow, apparently we can get more juggle points. So yay. Charge heavy spiral arrow, the timing of the fastest hold version of the attack. So we can pretty much, we have 2 windows to release the charge version early. So either 16 frame or 17 frame. That's the whole idea here. Medium / heavy quick spin knuckle. Oh, this is huge. So this is the nerf. The first, like the obvious one, is you're pretty much can't. You have to react your reaction have to be on point when you're doing spin knuckle. So if you're playing against a Ken or a Ryu or a Guile, especially like Guile, if you're not on point anyway, so this against Guile it's not gonna affect us that much. Chun-Li is not gonna affect us that much, but against Ken, against Ryu, against Luke, we're gonna feel it a bit, especially if you have a slow reaction time. You're going to feel the if you're reacting late, you're gonna feel it pretty much. That's the whole idea behind it. The second thing is it's certain setups where, for example, when DJ like knocks you down, sometimes he charged the heavy fireballs that has 2 hits. You can actually react with a heavy Hooligan and get away safe, you know, and get a clean hit on him, even though you're waking up. That setup is no longer safe. You will pretty much get stuffed. The same thing with the one that I showed with JP. The same thing with Ken. If he uses level 3 and he uses a fireball, you actually have to react with a level 3 of your own. And you pretty much, you could actually do it in the last patch where you react with a heavy Hooligan. You're not gonna get the hit, but you will actually be safe from the fireball. That's not the case anymore. So yeah, it's an overall really big nerf for Cammy. So same thing with the overdrive spin knuckle. Even if you spend 2 meters, like, this is insane. They should at least kept the overdrive the same way it used to. Like I don't see why they do it with the OD version. At least keep the OD version 3 frames, right? Again, it's a little bit weird, but again, seeing other characters, like what happened to them, I'm like, okay, thank you, Capcom. I'm not gonna be mad at it. The heavy Hooligan combination, the collision pushbox expanded upward from frame 7. Okay, so this one is pretty much this. Let's say we're in a corner. Yeah, we're no longer can do this. Yeah, as you can see, it's no longer possible. So we do the light version, right? And we're side switching, and we do the medium version. We're like right up in their face, right? Again, so boom, boom, right in their face with the medium version. If we use the heavy version, if we use the light version, I'm sorry, no, the heavy version, I'm sorry, we can actually side switch. I'm doing it badly here. There you go. So if you time it correctly, you can actually side switch back to the corner, and this becomes a mix-up. So again, medium version will keep you away from. So boom, boom, late. You get the side switch with the late with the medium version. Boom, boom, heavy version. Boom, boom. you get the stay and you get the mix up pretty much. So this becomes a mix up at this point, and you can choose which side you want to be at, or if your opponent is like super going to be like dead with the next combo, you can try and do something like this, right, and get them back, right, and get the level 3 and your win pretty much. So that's that. Overdrive, reversal edge, combo count, additional value for the first and second attack reduced. Oof. What they mean pretty much is that this, if you start the combo with this, is going to do a lot less damage now. That's pretty much it. Again, with the overdrive fatal leg twister, if we do this, again, we're gonna get a lot less damage now, which is sad. I know, trust me. Like from 20% to 30%, which is, man. And we get to the, I wanna say it's a buff, really. So the dive kick now gets a buff at this point. Normal / overdrive cannon strike. So the hurt box around the feet from 1 10 frame is expanded, and the hurt around the feet from 10 frames until landing reduced. So let me talk about the last two here before I go into the dive kick. So the super, the level 1 super is no longer invincible at frame 1. It used to be, but for some reason I didn't know, by the way. I thought it was not invincible in any shape or form. So this is news to me. The second thing is well, completely invincible. I mean, projectile invincible. Obviously, it's strike and throw invincible, but the fireball invincible is like news to me. And the level 2 is pretty much, we got a instead of doing quarter circle backward twice kick, you now do punch, and we got like a 200 plus damage. All right. Now going for the dive kick changes. So I made the dummy do a dive kick here. Obviously he's going to do dive kicks over and over. The change is going to be this following. So if we react immediately on the jump, right, and we press like a button here, right, so I'm gonna do it here, as you can see, boom, boom, like I'm reacting to the jump. I was late. So I'm reacting to the jump. I'm not reacting to the dive kick, right? So I'm reacting to the jump. Boom. I think it's dive kick, and as you can see, I'm stuffing it, right? And it's clean, right? And he can't do anything about it. Boom. It's super good. There's nothing wrong. There is nothing he can do about it. And I'm stuffing it here. So let's stop for a second. Now, if you look at it, it says the hurt box around the feet from frame 1 to 10 is expanded. Now, let's take a look at the how does the frames looks like. So around the legs, so around here, this one, the second one, the one that's downstairs here, this one is going to get bigger, right? So at least around here, I think. Now, from frame 1 to frame 10, if your opponent presses a button preemptively to your jump, he will get the clean hit. You will not be able to hit him back, as you can see, but he will get a clean hit. Now, from frame 11 all the way until we land, it's actually going to be reduced. So what does that mean? So let's apply it in game. As you can see here, the dive kick now does damage, right? I can no longer stuff it. I'm trying, like, I'm not reacting, by the way. I'm reacting to the dive kick right now. I'm not reacting to the jump. Alright, so I'm trying the same button. As you can see, we're trading. I'm getting hit. I'm trading. I'm getting hit. Now let's do something even more dangerous. I'm trying like crouching medium. Again, I'm getting hit. As you can see, so the idea here is this. If you guys remember, I used to complain a lot about people doing crouch medium kick, and I'm literally hit, and they're doing like crouching light, and I'm getting hit off of my dive kick, and them like there is nothing happening to them. That's no longer the case. So if they're reacting super late, they actually get hit. And the best case scenario for them, they trade, right? So we basically trade, right? That's the best case scenario for them. So this is pretty significant. Now it's actually even more dangerous for people to react with buttons against dive kicks. So they actually need to be on point with their DPs here. Obviously now, since a lot of people will try to preemptively look for dive kicks with buttons, as I did before, they have to be careful of doing of pretty much getting hit with this. It's basically jump button, right? So if I do it, let me do it correctly here, because I'm doing it wrong, right? So if I'm doing it wrong here, as you can see, I get punished really badly, right? Again, I'm trying to react to the dive kick, but I get hit. So the game becomes like, you're not gonna do the guessing, but your opponent has to do the guessing here, right? And it's pretty significant in my opinion, the idea here. Again, I think we got it easy. If you guys didn't see what happened to DJ, go look at what happened to DJ. The dude is actually gutted. Everyone got nerfed. Ken got nerfed. Luke got nerfed. Manon got buff. Marissa got slight nerf to her crouching medium punch, and she got a bit of a buff. Again, this is like I'm looking at it super fast here, but again, we got it easy in my opinion. So tell me what you think in the comments below, and boom.